Virgos, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Virgos this week? Firstly, you have the Knight of Cups. Oh. Then you have the Seven of Wands. Then you have the Death card, which is rebirth, and the Artist, and the King of Wands. Okay, I don't know why I feel like some of you are reinventing yourself a little bit this week. It doesn't have to be physically, like your personality, your confidence, or something about you. You're changing, you're shifting. So firstly, you have Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, very nice. Either you're being very romantic or someone's feeling very romantic towards you, and it's probably that way because this Knight of Cups is walking into the picture. So if you're single, it seems like someone's coming towards you in love, and they have a lot of it's very flirty kind of energy. If you're in a relationship, it just seems as if your partner is a lot more romantic than usual this week. A lot more like they're paying attention to you if they haven't been. They're showing you more attention if they have been. Seven of Wands. There's something... Some of you are preparing for the worst or something. It almost feels like... what's it called? Oh, why do I lose my words whenever I film? Like doomsday prepping a little bit this week. And it's almost like you're turning it into something that's fun, and it probably isn't doomsday prepping, and I'm hoping it's not that there's anything wrong with it. It just seems a bit gloomy, but others, it just feels like it's something where you're preparing for worst case scenarios in whatever way that may be in your life, but you're enjoying it. I don't know why, I feel like you're making it fun. It's kind of strange. Anyways, then you have the Rebirth card, the Death card. This is really cool. Now, I love this. This is my favorite card. It's very much like rising from the ashes, Phoenix rising from the ashes, and being able to reinvent yourself. And that might be why I got reinvent yourself come through earlier, but it's just this thing of you're not who you were in the past, and you have no obligation to be, and you're now recreating yourself in some way, or you're showing up as a new version of you. You don't have to be anything like who you used to be. Or it doesn't feel that heavy. It just feels like you're seeing parts of yourself that you don't necessarily love, and you're going, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. And in a lot of you, it feels like people pleasing. And it's kind of strange because you're not naturally people pleasers, but it could be that you've been around people that are people pleasers, and you've just kind of become more and more like them without realizing it subconsciously. And then now this week, you're like, catching yourself. Like there might be one specific moment, because with the Death card, this is major arcana, so it's almost like there's one specific happening that happens. There's one specific happening where you then go, oh, who have I become? Why am I doing that? Why did I say that? That's not me. And then you're like, from now on, I'm gonna hold myself accountable and not people please. I'm gonna, you know, say things how they are. I'm gonna act from my truest self and let go of whatever this is. And it might not be necessarily people pleasing, that's just the energy I got as an example, but it also could be like there's just an ending. There's an ending of something. There's an ending where you go, okay, new start now, new me. New year, new me, even though it's not a new year, but you're like, it's a new year if I want it to be, right? The next 365 days from now are gonna be amazing. There's just you deciding to draw a line in the sand and start fresh. Then you have the Artist card. With the Artist card, this is about obviously creation. Most tarot decks don't have this card. This is specific to this creator. Specific to this creator. Weird, because I'm talking about creation. Anyways, there's something bringing into reality. And I don't necessarily mean that in a manifestation type of way. It's, if you don't believe in manifestation for some reason, it's up to you. But there's something where you are thinking something up in order to then create a plan and a goal to achieve it. And you're just, when I say thinking something up, you're imagining the life you want to have from now on, the life you want to live, the life you want to create. And because you can't really, it's that saying, I love this saying, and it's, you can't hit a target you're not aiming for. And that's the epiphany you're having is, oh, if I don't know what I want, I can't get it. And with the artist, you're then figuring out what you want and making a plan to get it. Then you have King of Wands. King of Wands, very, there's someone in your life that is a bit like pretentious or flashy, or flashy doesn't feel like the word, showy maybe, like they're a little bit of a show off, or they like to kind of there's nothing wrong with that also, by the way, but it just feels as if there's someone that's a bit over the top energetic this week around you. I don't know why, I'm just, it could be a family member, because I'm feeling like a little bit of annoyance to this person. It's almost like a brotherly feeling or a sisterly energy of like, you would only feel that way towards someone very close to you, if that makes sense, because it's not heavy, but it's also like, oh, they're getting on my nerves. Like, I don't know, there's some King of Wands. King of Wands is very much, they kind of, very confident on the outside, but it's in order to kind of cover up their, you know, more fragile insides. Like there's an act almost being put on to kind of scare people away from looking any closer or something. That's a weird thing to say, because I just looked at the lion on this card and it just feels as if like this person, there's someone around you, their energy is just not mixing well with yours. They're very, very like, it's, the thing is, I think the reason why you're not meshing with this person well right now is because you're clicking into this energy of being really authentic and letting go of the parts of you that aren't. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. I feel like we're all kind of, you know, figuring ourselves out, and I feel like there's something where you're being very black and white with yourself, where you're like, I want to be real and honest and true, and then you're encountering this person around you that is somehow the opposite of that right now. Clarifying the Knight of Cups. You have Judgment with the Knight of Cups. So Judgment with the Knight of Cups. Somebody's kind of making a judgment call on you. Obviously, some of you that are single, it feels as if like either someone's feeling very cool towards you, because that's the Judgment card, right? Like the trumpets are calling, and I just feel as if somebody with the Knight of Cups is just feeling drawn to your energy and called towards you, which is really, really nice. Others of you, I feel as if you're called to this person. You're almost summoning each other, which is really strange. Strange thing to say, but you're kind of energetically ready to encounter one another, and so you're gonna meet when you're meant to meet. Obviously, it's always the way, but it just feels as if you're naturally now, things are aligning. And me saying things are now aligning makes you think maybe this has been a long time coming. Others of you that are in relationships, there's something where even though you're obviously with this person, things getting deeper or things being more like, it feels like things are at a standstill in your relationship. And with the Judgment card, it was actually just supposed to be a pause for you to kind of go inside yourself, to go deeper within yourself and figure yourself out, and this person figure themselves out, and then you're coming together again. But it just feels as if there was a pause or a quiet period in your relationship or something, because there's just more love this week, more love being shown to one another. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Five of Swords with the Seven of Wands, that was the energy of, like I said, doomsday prepping for some reason. With the Five of Swords, it almost feels as if, this is unnecessary, obviously, and I feel as if you know that, and I feel like this is why you're enjoying it, because even though you're preparing for the worst, you're 99% sure you don't need to. You're just like, might as well. What's the harm? You know, better safe than sorry. It's the energy, but I don't know. It's so strange because you're really getting a kick out of this. It's really, like, you're preparing, and I need to stop saying doomsday prepping, but whatever this is, this could be you just kind of ready to, with the Seven of Wands, you're ready to kind of stand up for yourself, or you're ready to stand up for someone else, or you're ready to protect something or someone. And with the Five of Swords, it just feels as if you don't need that, because it's just like look at this picture. He's got these 5 swords, they're all laying on the ground. He looks a little bit disappointed, right? Like, oh, I had 5 swords ready. I was ready to go. I had all 5 swords. To be fair, I could only carry 2, but they were there in case I dropped them or they broke. Like, I had the swords, I was ready to fight. But now I feel a bit like, it just, you're gonna enjoy preparing. Also, like, this could also be like lawyer energy, if any of you have any court things. Like, it's almost like you're preparing for the worst case scenario. You're preparing to have to defend yourself or whatever it may be, or someone else if you're a lawyer. And you're gonna have all this, like, evidence, or all this, like, there's so much, and then you're gonna go, oh, it's already over? Oh, okay. I enjoyed that. Oh well. Like, you enjoy it, but there's nothing that's gonna come of it. Clarify the Death card. The Sun card. Oh my goodness. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. The Death is my favourite card in the deck. So there's just, there's a very, very happy rebirth. There's a very, very happy, I'm also getting awakening. So some of you, spiritual awakenings, or becoming more aware of what's around you, and seeing and noticing more than you usually would. But there's just a lot of joy. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of sun and good energy and healing coming from you just deciding, actually, I don't have to carry on being the person that I currently am. And it doesn't have to be overall. I don't mean who you are as a person, right? I mean, it might be how you act, how you treat people, or it's not how you treat people, actually. I want to say that. There's something about the way you move through the world, and you're like, I'm gonna change that. It's like, I don't actually fully connect with how I speak, or how loudly I speak, or like, if some of you don't speak as loudly as you want to, or there's just there's a shift, and you're going from now on. And there's something about it of like, there's a change happening within you that you've wanted to change for a while, but it's been more about, what will other people think? Are they going to question why that's different now? Because it just feels like it's more you than you've ever been. Once you change, you're like, oh, actually, this feels like me. This is me. I was actually not being myself before. But it's so, there's like a habit being broken. Anyways, I'm sorry for rambling. I'm gonna clarify the King of Wands. Temperance with the King of Wands. That's so interesting, because I said that this King of Wands is bothering you because they're almost the opposite of you, and now you have Temperance of balancing that out. So I almost feel as if there could be something to actually gain from you being around this energy that you don't like, and that them, or at least them being around you, is going to be good for them, because they are putting on some type of show, some type of act, right? Just saying or doing what looks good rather than what is good, whereas you're doing what is good rather than what looks good, right? And there's something that either are going to benefit from, where they're going to learn from you, or you're going to learn something from them, because I feel as if you might be writing this person off of, like, oh, they're this way. But some people are sometimes, like, there's more, people are very, very complicated, right? And so there's more to this person than meets the eye, even though they are showing this energy of being very you know, pretending almost. This person's a pretender, an actor, and even though they're showing that to you, there's something you can learn from them anyways. There's more to this person, right? It might even be, it's okay to act every now and again, but it's almost like, there's such a contrast in energies between you and this person. There's almost a twin energy here for some reason. Like maybe this is your twin, or maybe it's a person that you call a twin flame or something. Because it's almost like they get on your nerves and then you kind of go, oh, actually the way I'm viewing them isn't what they actually are. This has been a strange reading. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated, or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. And I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Tall Tarot Tuesdays.